Yeah boy, yeah boy, yeah boy, welcome back to Watch Me Build It. Today is an unusual video. It's a follow-up video on the Exciton. I've been wearing this beautiful piece of machinery for just over 2 weeks now, and I wanted to make a special video about the 5 Easter eggs that I found while wearing this watch. 5 Easter eggs being hidden surprises that I didn't initially appreciate. And then also I have to review the scoring on this watch, and I'm going to make that a possibility for every watch that I review. I will do my initial scoring, but I will give an opportunity for a reviewed score, just as the ownership experience kind of confirms or denies what I initially thought of. So here we go. The 5 Easter eggs of the Exciton watch. Number 1, the Waffle Strap. Now, the Waffle Strap is a bit of a cost-saving addition to this watch. It's not the best thing that you're going to find, and purposefully so. I think the guys were just trying to keep the cost down on this, and so they included the Waffle Strap. But I'm really loving this Waffle Strap. I'm loving the feel and the texture of it. It's not a silicone strap, it's a rubber strap, but it's not a hard old school rubber. I'm also loving the practicality. I've swum with this watch a whole lot. The last 2 weeks were the final weeks of my boys' summer holidays, and we used our pool extensively, and this watch has been amazing. And on the Waffle Strap, it is so uber practical. It also looks really, really good. Of course, a very famous watch that uses the Waffle Strap is the 62 Mass, and that's made a resurgence in the past couple of years. And so I'm going to be upgrading the score on this Waffle Strap. Initially I had given a 3 to the buckle, or at least to the bracelet. I'm going to be taking the score up to a 5. The second Easter egg is the crown. Now, what do I love about this crown? I love the logo. The JF logo is amazing, but it's done in such a way that when this crown is fixed, the JF logo stands upright. That's a really good point. I love the edging or the knurling on the crown, and it mimics the knurling on the bezel, and that is incredible, and I really like this crown. It's another little Easter egg that I've found, something I've enjoyed while wearing this watch. The third Easter egg is the date surround. A square window of white loom around the date. I really like the fact that they did that. It's done so well. It's crisp. The plot is beautiful, and it balances the dial out beautifully. I was one of the guys who put my hand up for the no date version, but they made the date because more folk were after the date. And I think that date window surround, for me, it's been a beautiful little discovery. What's the 4th Easter egg? Now these last 2 are a little philosophical, but the 4th Easter egg is precision. So the place where this really makes itself known is on the hands. The second hand is stupendous. First of all, I love the little counterweight loop at the back. It's beautiful. As Gary has pointed out, as it rotates, it makes its way over the JF logo perfectly and kind of just highlights the letters J and F. The other thing I love about it is the arrowhead at the top of the hand is it begins almost at exactly the spot that the minute indices begin, but its length is so well judged that it actually overhangs the angled rayout. That is incredible precision. The hands themselves are works of precision. As you look at the watch more closely, you will see 2 things. The tip of the minute hand touches the end of the minute indexes, so its measurement is bang on. The loom plot of the middle of the minute hand and the loom plot of the hour hand end at precisely the same spot when you approach the central pivot, and then the tip of the hour hand just brushes over the top and bottom corners of the square around the date window. The precision on this watch is incredible. Another place where you see the precision is the numerals and the minute markers on the bezel. This bezel is done excellently well, incredibly well, and the printing is so fine and so precise. It's something beautiful to behold. And those are places where I've really just enjoyed the precision on this watch. The fifth Easter egg I'm calling Elegance. So I'm going to put some footage in here that shows something that I just love about this watch. So this watch is 37.8 millimeters wide, but the dial is 26.2 millimeters wide. If you include the ray height, from the internal edge of the bezel to the internal edge of the bezel is around 30 millimeters. What I'm trying to say is this: a lot of space is wasted on a bezel and the bezel insert. If you look at some more popular divers, those are quite chunky. The ratio of dial space to bezel space is much greater on the Exciton. And what I love about the Exciton is they have pared away all extraneous detail. It's almost a Bauhaus diver. Even the dial just says Exciton 200 meters logo. Thank you very much. It doesn't write a little essay above the number 6 index to tell you what the watch is about. It's got a bezel that's big enough to do the job, but there's nothing more than what is necessary. The case itself, 2 parallel lines running from one end to the other with beautifully geometric lugs. The lugs turn down beautifully. They don't flare out and go all over the show. It is an exercise in elegance. It's an exercise in minimalism. It's an exercise by an engineer, but it's done so beautifully well. So those are my Easter eggs, and the rescoring is as follows. So bracelet initially had a 3. I'm giving it a 5. That's 5 out of a possible 7.5. I'm cranking up the case back because I'd only given the case back a 2.5, but you know, for what it is, it's original, and it's got the graphs and the conversion table tell you about James, the creator. There's a story behind it. I still think the graphic layout could be way better, but I'm upping that to a 3 rather than a 2.5. And then value. One of my subscribers said, Sean, what does it take to get a 10 out of 10 on value? And I sat and thought about it, and I think I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I'm partially British, and the Brits don't like to give 10s out of 10. But really, guys, this watch, it's a 1 in 100. 1 in 100 limited edition. It's running a Miyota, a 28,800 BPH Miyota movement with 8 ticks per second. Really brilliant movement. It is a unique design, never been seen before. Yes, I really want J&G watches, that's what they're going to be called, to scale this up into a full-blown brand. But when they do that, the value is going to go up, because those who have bought these will own 1 of 100 of the original JF watch. In fact, they've changed the name. It's no longer JF, it's J&G. So you will now be, that logo will never be seen again. Gary and James sold these things at cost. They made 0 profit. So really, what are the chances that for $200 you're going to get a 1 in 100 uniquely designed, superbly designed, Miyota driven timepiece of this value? Never. So I'm giving the value 10 out of 10. So all in all, that's taken the score up by 3.5 points, and it's now running an 82 out of 100. Good luck to future watchers at beating this benchmark. I can't wait. Gary and James are working on a new strap, a steel engineer 5-link bracelet for this. I cannot wait to put one of those on this watch. And they also are working at the next edition of this. They're making a couple of changes. I'm going to put in the screen over here the email address that you can send if you want to know about the upcoming Exciton watch, if you want to get in on the next one. email Gary on this address and he'll put you on the list so that you know everything about the upcoming Exciton watch. But guys, again, a brilliant flippin' watch. Thank you so much for designing this, and Godspeed and strength for the future. May you make many, many more. That's it from Watch Me Build It. I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers, guys.